This all the Real Madrid news that came out this day. A lot of news came out on the 16th, that's why I'm going over it. Just in case you missed it. It was official that Lucas Vazquez leaves Real Madrid, and his farewell ceremony was announced. And well, it did happen today at this time. I did post a video about this already. And also the EAFC 26 cover was announced. Jude Bellingham and Jamal Musiala. And well, Jude Bellingham said this: "From those early days playing together, to now being on the biggest stage, it's been an incredible journey. Being on the FC cover last year was a huge achievement. And to be alongside Jamal this year, something I'll never take for granted." Now, speaking about Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid came out with a medical statement. Our player Jude Bellingham has undergone successful shoulder surgery, and Arancha said that he will be out for 10 to 12 weeks. But anyways, Rodra came out with news. Angelo Stiller is currently ruled out by Real Madrid. Ceballos is open to leaving Real Madrid. He's considering his future, and Real Madrid will keep looking for midfield options until the end of the market. As of now, there is no name that is convincing the club. Now, if you're enjoying the video, just like the video so I know. And also, if you want to stay updated with Real Madrid news, just follow. But Real Madrid's scouting team believed that a new touchline winger would be a good addition to the squad. And Real Madrid's official stance is that there will be no more signings until a sell happens. And Incapi has offered himself to Real Madrid. The center back situation is this: Incapi has been offered, Mosquera was on the list, but he'll join Arsenal, and Konate is liked, but he'll likely be targeted as a free agent. The center back situation should be followed until the end of the market. Now, Diario AS said this: "Real Madrid's plan is for Alvaro Carreras to be a starter. Neither Fran Garcia or Ferland Mendy want to leave, but one has to. Both have contracts until 2027. Ferland Mendy is more likely to leave than Fran Garcia. Real Madrid want 14 million euros for him, and Fran Garcia's value increased after his Club World Cup performance. Real Madrid want 25 to 30 million euros, and Real Madrid weigh up the possibility of David Alba's departure. However, the player does want to stay, and Xavi Alonso is expected to use Arda Güler and Franco to cover Jude Bellingham's absence. And Xavi Alonso is currently unsure of how best to use Camavinga when he returns. He has not yet been tested by the new coach, and his versatility creates a dilemma. Now, Camavinga missed 29 games last season due to injury, about 45% of the available games for the season. This is a concerning figure for a 22-year-old. Now also, Joan Martinez on IG. He's back in training with Castilla, and UC joins Alaves. And Dean has been recognized and honored as one of Marbella's favorite sons by the mayor Angeles Munoz. Now, Fabricio said this about Rodrigo: "Rodrigo leaving Real Madrid will not be easy. He loves the club. It's really difficult for him to say goodbye. There will be more than one conversation with the club to discuss the situation. Real Madrid will let him decide whatever he wants." And Kessler Phillips said this: "Rodrigo was offered to Bayern and was briefly discussed back in May, but since not all decision makers are convinced, he's currently not a hot topic for the club." And also former Real Madrid goalkeeper Diego Lopez. He's present at the first training session of Real Madrid Castilla. He joins the coaching staff of Arbeloa. Now, according to this source right here, take all this news with a grain of salt. Real Madrid have been tracking Cole Palmer. Xavi Alonso is one of the great admirers of the player. He loves his style of play and believes he will fit into his system. And Real Madrid have their own Cole Palmer in the youth academy. His name is Brian. Now, anyways, Jamal Musiala was Sad's toughest opponent. He said, "Rudiger, we played against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and that was quite tough. I know him for quite a few years, and yeah, it's not nice playing against him." Jesus Vallejo was Sad's most skilled player I played with. He said Rodrigo Gois. And Isco said, "I am solely responsible for my failure at Real Madrid in the end. I was going through a bad sporting and personal streak. I didn't know how to recover." And Luka Modric speaks about why AC Milan. He said, "I wanted to stay in Europe, continue playing competitive football. I had some other offers, but when Milan showed up, it was clear for me. I was up to it since the first moment. It impressed me how they came to Croatia to present me the project and everything. That was very important to me. Milan is one of the biggest clubs in Europe, and Sukar's perfect Real Madrid player." He said all Luka Modric. Now lastly, Fede Valverde and Sergio Ramos wrote this to Lucas Vazquez. They basically just thanked him for everything. Now, with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about the news.